So these new clips are called Easy Clips, and they will be available soon. They're slotted for release in October. And it's one of those things you can order them online when available and everything like that. And they will be appearing in future WarLock sets. So do keep that in mind. Basically what happened is when the first grouping of clips were created, I'm getting out both right now. The design factor was thinking of, and I understand both sides of this coin, having made terrain myself and used terrain in my own encounters and setups. The first clips were used to make sure that you could keep your builds stable and ready to go, so it's something you could build ahead of time and pull it out and put it on the table, no problem whatsoever. It turned out though that along with that style of build or terrain, people were also looking for a quicker transition and quicker build option for the WarLock tiles. And when that was something that came about, it was back to the drawing board, and then we had another clip created, and that is the Easy Clips. So these are clips that work a little bit more easily. They're something, and I'll show you the difference soon. And it's something where, here's the Easy Clip, and here is the standard tile, not tile, clip. And there are subtle differences to them because they have different purposes, is really what this is boiling down to. Depending on your style as a GM, DM who uses terrain. If it's something where you want to make your terrain ahead of time, know it's going to be stable and super secure, and you can move it around multiple times without it falling apart on you, that it's going to last. So if it's something like, you know, you have an important tavern that you know your players are going to keep going back to, you can build this tavern and that tavern is staying put. That's where you're going to want to make sure you're using the clips that came with the set, the original WarLock tiles clips. If it's something where you're one of those DMs who prefers to set things up on the fly and you want to get something quickly built during break time, tell your players, okay, go take 10, and you take your 10 to build the next scene and rearrange all your tiles and everything, then that's where you're going to want these Easy Clips. Okay? So this is just something to keep in mind for this one. So here is the new one next to it. Now these aren't the final look of the new ones. I believe they're going to be blue as opposed to gray. And what I'll do is I'll show you them side by side here. These are a little bit thicker in profile than these are. That's another sort of thing to keep in mind. So now what you're going to do is with these, it's a little bit more straightforward, and this is how they get to be a quicker build. So with these, they quickly just pop in, and again, pop in. To take apart, just like that. So that's where you can see the speed factor coming into play. I'll do it again. Just press in, press in. If anything, these function more in the way that most people were anticipating how they worked with the other clip styles, where it was just, I don't want to say shove it in, where it's just push it in one side, push it another side. But remember, there is a little bit of more play in here because the new clips have a flexibility to them. All right, they're not as rigid as the original clips. But for those of you wanting those quicker builds, that's kind of key. That's something you want to be able to have.